Welcome to Discover Janesville. My name is Yuri Rashkin, and today we are guests here at Elks Club in Janesville. My next guest is Rob Phelps. Rob, thanks for joining me again.
Thank you.
You were on the program about a year ago. And I should mention that this part of the show is sponsored by the Southwest Wisconsin Workforce Development Board. You went through some of the programs that were offered by the Workforce Development, and then you enrolled at the Blackhawk Technical College.
Yeah.
And now the appetizers that you have designed are on the front page of the Janesville Gazette. Can you talk a little bit about the journey that you have just entered and did very well in the competition?
Yes, yes.
So can you talk a little bit about that?
When I started the culinary program at Blackhawk last January, went in there and started the classes. You know, they called me a tweener because I didn't start in the fall. I was in the spring semester, so I had to start in between the year, halfway into the year. But
So you were not one of the cool kids?
well, I made myself a cool kid. It was quite an adjustment at first, you know, getting back into the swing of things and gearing myself to studying and things like that. But it fit me well, you know, and now I'm involved in I tried out for the hot food team, which was a competition that's there were 7 other state college, technical colleges that competed in this thing, the WRA Food Show Expo, which is the Wisconsin Restaurant Association, over in Milwaukee at the Midwest Airlines Center. That was Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of the beginning of this week. We went over there and competed and took second place. The adjustments I've had to make for scheduling, you know, practices and other things like that. We really work together as a team.
And how big is the team?
It's 5 of us. There's one alternate who's sort of like their timekeeper and keeps us reminding us how many minutes we had. We had a set amount of time that we had to provide appetizer, salad, entree, and dessert, and present it to the judges for critiquing, and we were also judged on our, sanitation, presentation, our skills, abilities, cleanliness, abilities to communicate together and work together, and then we ended up taking second, and I was very pleased with our success over there.
Is this the first time that this competition has been entered, or does Blackhawk send a team every year?
No, they've sent a team. Last year they took first.
You're defending champions.
Yeah. We had some big shoes to fill, but we ended up taking second to Fox Valley, which they were a good team. They're good.
Did you get to try the competition, what that tasted like, or the judges were the only ones?
No, the judges were the only ones to taste. We got to see all the plates and things. And they did say our presentations and our flavors went together well, and that. So we were right up there with them. It wasn't. They didn't win by a landslide by no means at all.
It was close.
Yeah.
So until about a year ago, you were, or just, I don't know, however long until you were at Lear. And then the Lear ended, and you became a student at Blackhawk. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like a chef now?
Yeah.
Starting to feel like a chef?
Yeah, I've had to do, we were required to do like an externship, work in a restaurant for so many hours for a class. I've already done that, and that went very well for me, fitting in and getting into the swing of a restaurant situation, which is very stressful, And that's what we learn to do in our classes, is not only cooking, but running a kitchen, ordering, dealing with people,
I would imagine there's probably some leadership qualities that you're developing as well, because you need to get other people to work with you and to do their job.
Mm-hmm. You know, we have right now I'm enrolled in a supervision class. We have an accounting class. We have I mean, it's not just strictly cooking.
So do you feel like your head is just expanding and the brain is growing?
Oh yes, I'm a genius. But it's been a good fit for me. I'm actually got involved in student government at the campus, and you know, planning and decision making for the different clubs.
What is your title there?
I'm a senator for the Epicurean Club and the representative of the culinary program.
Excellent.
It's a good fit, I think, for me. The only regret I have was not doing it 20 years ago, but I could have had a little less focus than I do now.
Right. Well, there's something to be said for non-traditional students, because when you get to that position as a non-traditional student, you actually are more focused, you have a goal, you know why you're doing this. It's not just general education, it's very specific.
All right. As an average, on the average, the people like in my position that have had to start over and start a new career or get that education, you know, 25 years after high school or whatever, they've adjusted well for the most part and are exceedingly, you know, doing well. I was invited to join the Phi Theta Kappa fraternity for the, you know, you have to have a 3.75 grade point average throughout your whole career, your college career. So, and there's a lot of people that I know that I worked with, or that I know are in that same age bracket as me, or that are in that particular grade point. They've got 4.0 averages, and they really work hard at what they are striving to do.
What are your plans after graduation? Which you still have another year to go.
Yeah, I have another year.
Have you kind of figured out what you want to do when you're done?
I have some ideas that...
Taking over the world one kitchen at a time?
Yeah. There's, you know, different things that I've been throwing around that, you know, I haven't really gotten to the hard reality yet of getting back into this, but it's coming. I know it's coming, but I think I'm gonna, you know, try to get a job somewhere in the, you know, in my field, you know, get some experience just to get that, not just jump into a full-blown, I'm gonna own my own restaurant and
because I was going to say, on the west side they could use a good diner.
Yeah, but it in my situation, I don't feel I'm ready for that yet. I'm confident that I can do it.
But I would think having your dish being on the front page of the Gazette is a good part of the resume as you're moving forward.
Oh yes, it doesn't hurt one bit. And being on the hot food team and being involved, like down at campus with the student government and all that.
So you're actually already building your resume quite well, even though you're still a student.
Yeah, I feel I am, and I've made a lot of contacts with executive chefs in the area, with our Epicurean Club, with, you know, going to these shows and doing this. That
just sounds like such a tasty time. I don't know.
And, you know, the front page was a shocker. It really was. They were down when we were practicing and interviewed us, and we had a really good time with them, and they took some very nice photos, but I didn't realize it was going to be on the front page. So.
Yeah. Well, you know, you haven't even graduated and you're already an accomplished chef.
Right.
Rob, thank you so much for your time. Best of luck to you, and stay in touch.
Thanks for having me.